was just talking about living in China, getting to know the people, becoming part of the community, and how the one night when I was there in the bar, just sitting there, beer bottle breaking over my shoulder behind my head. What the fuck is that? All of a sudden, there's the music going and there's the dance floor out there and there aren't that many people in the place. So, what the fuck is that? And you look and you hear tables as you're looking at the beer bottle shattering off the wall behind you, and you're thinking, what the fuck is that sound now? And there are tables getting kicked over from the shadows where the people sit on the outside of the dance floor, and they're attacking this one guy, and he's on the ground. They're kicking the shit out of him, and it made me think. I say, I had already been around enough at that point to think. Not like my one brother who, my brothers are fighters. One of them, he'll just go after somebody. The other one, he'll just go into it wherever he sees trouble. You'd be amazed at how patient and the equanimity of my persona, my locus of control, and my understanding of how whatever you see happening around you is up to you to decide how you feel about it. And so I look at these things and I think about them. The brother that would jump into fights, find out that he's jumped over a rail in a bar in some strange place, thinking somebody's, not right. They can't just beat that guy like that, and find out that the whole bar is in on beating that guy like that. And so then you're standing in a Motorhead concert, I am, and I see this guy had this swarm like Moses, the Red Sea opening. I see this alleyway just moving through the mass of people from the center of the floor, and I see it all opening up, and they're moving back to the bar back where I am at. It's like the Maritime. It's a great venue. You can stand by the bar and watch the show, but you still might like to get closer because you haven't lost enough of your hearing. And you see these people moving that way in this whole open spot, and you walk up and you get up in there where you, right in the middle of the floor, you got a better place to stand, and you watch them kicking the shit out of this one guy. The whole mass of people kicking the shit out of one guy. They go all the way back to the bar, and I'm sure they stopped one at a time to order a drink while everybody else was still busy kicking them down the bar. And then they moved them back into the middle of the floor, and I said, well, that is fucking... And I did have that twinge. Everybody always says it, that's not right. Why do we say that's not right? Because we wouldn't want it to happen to us. But if we needed it done to somebody else, we'd probably be the first one in line. That's how it works. Don't let them confuse you with all their psychology. I believe in science. Psychology is fucked. Something like that. I'm just making that up. It sounded like a t-shirt idea. I don't want to get kicked out of the, APA. Not today. I've still got something in progress. But what I realized watching these people and that instinct of I should probably help that guy, I realized I have no idea what he did. Maybe he has it coming. You don't know if he was just raping some woman in the toilet or in the middle of a mosh pit or anywhere. You don't know what this guy did. And so this is the thing. there I am in that place, getting to know the people in the bar, and behind my head, I've only told the story like a couple to a few times, couple to a few. And I don't think of it much. It's always confused me a little bit. But all of a sudden I said, oh my good golly. I said, and I wrote it down just because I didn't want to forget. I just understood the bottle and the beating. And that's it. Here I'm thinking, while this guy's getting the shit kicked out of him by about 6 guys, and I'm still drinking my beer until the waitress goes over and jumps on him, and I pick her up and carry her off so she doesn't get hurt. You can say all you want, you should have done something, but the first thing I noticed, even before the waitress went and jumped on him to protect him, I thought, what did he do? And I thought it was something these guys had against him personally. But it wasn't that until it happened. I realized by hearing myself tell the story what it was. After all these years, I understand. It was always a bit of confusion. It was always a mystery to me. What the hell was going on? There was only one beer bottle that hit the wall when I think back, and then the tables collapsed, and it was a ruckus, and some Chinese crap music, whatever they played, maybe Michael Bolton or something, I don't know, something blaring out there, and people kicking the shit out of somebody on the dance floor. I realized all that time of me thinking maybe he's got it coming. Oh, maybe he did. I told you, I get to know people. I don't remember faces. I don't remember names. But I get to know people everywhere I go. And we have a pretty good time. I can say all the shit that I'm saying to you right now in somebody's face, and they enjoy it. Because they're like, that fucker. And they really don't know. Victoria still doesn't know whether I'm joking or telling the truth. I keep finding that out, and I'm like, so there it is. I watched that, I listened to it, and I realized that beer bottle behind me, remember I said I was attracted to that waitress. And they were like somebody that hadn't been anywhere together, but they were attracted to each other. That beer bottle that landed behind my head against the wall that started all this, which I was just like, this was just a part of it. It occurs to me, this guy that liked her too, in his 6th grade mentality, may have tried to attack me. He may have been the one that threw the bottle. He may have been standing in the middle of the dance floor, threw a bottle at me as I'm just sitting there drinking my beer, talking to nobody, doing nothing. People get really upset about things sometimes and they just can't stop themselves. How do you think you start a nuclear war? You can always justify it. I came to understand it makes the most sense. Occam's razor, baby. Cut away all the little shit. It makes the most sense that he thought I was a threat, and I was just sitting there drinking beer. I wasn't hitting on this girl. She was attractive, and we talked nice. That's it. She's a waitress. She's supposed to talk nice to you, and evidently you're supposed to go ape shit and crazy over her, because I mean, who wouldn't want a woman bringing him beers all day? You know, and so this guy's in the middle of the dance floor with his beer. A 6th grader getting drunk for the 12th time in the night. Pitches the beer bottle, lands behind my head. These guys over in the shadows see that. I must have been friends with them. I told you I played dice, and I did play mahjong once in my life, and I was pretty good at it, but we played dice in that bar. And so they probably knew me, for all I know. And they attacked him. Me not blocking them, even when I went and picked that girl up. I didn't come running in. I just walked up and I picked her up. Nobody kicked at me. Nobody said, "Get the fuck out of here." Cop and the damn bar owner were talking to me outside about me outside. I thought they were being accusatory, but, well, how the hell do you know? No kidding. I've got little eyes. But the Chinese eyes are littler. Sometimes if they're talking serious, they look accusatory, but it turns out the bar owner, I think, was probably just telling the cop that he was jealous of him, and he threw a beer bottle at him, and I'm standing there. I said, "Well, Gouda." I said, "I'm innocent." And the cop said, "Okay." And that was a good response to anything that was said, anything that could have been happening there. So, you see, you spend a lot of money going to talk to somebody that tries to figure out what you're saying. But if you were just to record yourself every day, you could save a lot of money just by seeing yourself think. I've been wondering about that story for years. The truth always comes out. It's just most of us don't have enough time to ourselves.